Hello, written by Murphy here with another book review. Today I am reviewing The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. It was published 2021, last year. It's a sci-fi book. It's number 4 in a series. I haven't read the other parts of the series. Somebody on the internet said, "Hey, this is a great book. It's a what was it? Space opera." I'm like, awesome. I like sci-fi for that. The genre of it's sci-fi. The genre Galaxy. Didn't that give it away? The genre of sci-fi is very good for exploring possibilities. Like, what if, usually like an alien, what if there was an alien that, or what if on another planet we did this? So, and what would that mean? So you can explore what that is. I've done other reviews of Heinlein, and plenty of sci-fi does this sort of thing. So it's a great way to explore how our real world might be different. Do thought experiments, see what it means. So this was disappointingly not much of a space opera. Really, it takes place in a space truck stop, kind of. A space station where it was like a refueling station. All the things that happened, although they are described in a world where everybody was aliens and they kind of got together and they're like, well, you're this kind of alien and I'm that kind of alien and I don't know what we think about each other, or they definitely had preconceptions. However, the basic story could have happened at a truck stop in the middle of America. So I'm like, disappointing a little bit. Nothing exactly happened except that these people had different circumstances, right? So they were all aliens. I don't want to go into every single thing. It was interesting how they got together, and it was, I guess somebody on Goodreads called it hope-fi, like hope sci-fi, which is to say they weren't really shooting at each other and they weren't conquering anything. They were all kind of getting together and getting to know one another better and having different lives. So, okay. I can't say it was really slow, but it was interestingly written. However, it was so modern. When the best sci-fi writers come up with an idea of what would happen if the world were like this and let's explore this, one hopes that it's not so well played out already. I felt like the ideas expressed were tired current headlines. Of the more tired ones, actually, this sci-fi novel was extremely female. It just so happened that there were really few males. Yes, they're different alien races. One of the main characters of the people that got stuck at this truck stop was male. One. Okay, coincidentally one. It's not like I thought about it that much. That's what happens. But all of the female characters who were like captains of the ship and whatever, of the different ships, they didn't have male characters that they were concerned about. One captain did have a circumstance where she had a lover who was another species. She was one kind of alien species, and she was in love with a human male. And it was forbidden. She felt terribly guilty, and she kept it a secret. And then and here comes the tired headline, she found herself in this alien world, in her alien life, ovulating. In this alien setup, this incredibly comfortable for females universe that they lived in, their society was set up that anytime a woman ovulated, she would immediately, no matter what, get 10 weeks off to go make that egg, inseminate that egg. And there were like insemination centers where the fathers would take care of the egg and raise it, and it would become a child, and it would be and the mother had nothing to do with it. The egg producer would like maybe come back sometimes, maybe not, didn't matter. Child was fine. There was a baby center where they would be raised. And she remembered her baby center, and that was it. But, and here's the tired part, it was basically an analogous to the modern idea of whether or not to have an abortion. Like, okay, we've been through this before. There are a lot of books that covered this territory already. All right, fine. And the reason that she determined to, in fact, go ahead with not going and having her egg, which only happens once or at most twice in this type of species life. So it's just like this incredibly small choice to make. She didn't want to because it would mean she'd give up her vacation where she got to her leave where she was going to see her male lover, her human lover. And I thought, shouldn't he have a say in this? Are they partners, or is he just like, whatever you want, baby? I'm here for you. I won't tell anybody about us unless you want me to. Nothing. And she didn't make any attempt. She, in the end, decided she was going to not have this egg and not inseminate this egg, and that was it, because she wanted to just go see her guy. I'm like, isn't that something you talk over? Even a friend, even if it's not a lover? Wow. So I thought, that's weird. And he was the only male main character, other than this one alien guy. So they did discuss, one of the other aliens discussed why she persuaded her to have this abortion, this non-insemination, because she said, your species doesn't need more population. You're doing fine. So this was really your choice to make. Okay. So they really talked about geopolitical things, and all of them had their geopolitical assumptions and prejudices about each other that they worked out together. So they were talking about all this. So that's one kind of tired headline. I'm like, okay, here we go. The other one that is not so long of a topic, but a very recent, for the last several years, big headline is transgender. This one, this child who hadn't yet grown up to choose its gender. They used a particular pronoun, zir. Okay. That existed, and it existed without any analysis of what that meant for the species. I thought that the other geopolitical analysis, the different stuff going on, was interesting. That went utterly unmentioned. Everybody was like, oh, this particular creature, alien being, is at a stage in life that it hasn't chosen a gender. No discussion. And in fact, a tiny little blip of a mention that there's more than two genders shows up later. I was really disappointed. If we're going to have this character, we're going to explore a world where let's figure out what this means. Let's go there. Let's talk about it. Other people were talking about what it meant to have different lifespans and different alien stuff. This one just accept it. There it is, done. Nobody has anything to say about it. I'm like, come on. This really seems to deserve some analysis. So I was disappointed because it felt very pandering to acceptable today, when it was published in 2021, what the accepted views were. And I was disappointed. I'm like, okay, fine. You lost me. I wanted to go there with you. But you didn't go anywhere. You just said all the things that have already been decided, the one true opinion, and we got nothing else. So it was well written, but I'm disappointed in this author. And I don't like explorations that don't explore anything but keep preaching, telling you the conclusion that has already been drawn. Bummer. I want to go there. I'd like to explore. That's what sci-fi is about. It's not what happened. So I was disappointed. It happens. All right. I'd be interested in what you think. Let me know.